Hello, welcome to the Beard Out Podcast. Podcast where we talk about the two greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al Yankovic. My Aunt Lala and my dad are the hosts of the show. Thanks for listening to the Beard Out Podcast, part of the OddPods Media Network. Stay weird and enjoy the show.
I'm Richie, aka Midnight Agent Raw.
I'm Devin, aka Special Delivery Dev.
We're the Super Media Bros podcast. And each week, we give a comedically informative take on movies,
Music,
television,
pro wrestling,
and much more. Check us out at supermediabrospodcast.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else that you can listen to podcasts. Shades on.
We're off.
Oh, hey, how are you doing? Have a seat. Have a drink. Boy, I can glad to see ya. What can you say? Where's Lala?
All right. It is time for another very special episode of the Beard Out Podcast. It's a podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. And since it is a very special episode, that means my brother John is not here because he is not very special. And in his stead, I have very special guests on board. And this time around, I have Drew. And Drew, first of all, hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. And right here at the beginning, tell the people what your podcast is all about, because I had the distinct pleasure of appearing on it recently, and it took me far, far out of my comfort zone and wheelhouse. So tell the people what you're all about.
Well, I am Drew, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Attitude Era Wrestling Review podcast, where we talk about good old-fashioned wrestling from around 25 years ago. And I will also be the co-host of the soon-to-be-released podcast called Across the Stars podcast, where me and a friend of mine are going through the Star Wars universe chronologically.
Ooh, now, chronologically in terms of release date or chronologically in terms of story?
In terms of story. So we are going through it, not the release date. So we're actually starting with the episode 1. And we're going to do the movies, the TV shows. If it's been on your screen, we will review it.
Well, that's fun. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a whole smattering of nerdy things.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So
one could say I'm white and nerdy.
You are indeed white and nerdy. I like that. That's great. So this is one of our album ranking episodes, and we are tackling the UHF soundtrack from 1989 today. And before we dive into that, since it is the Beard Al podcast, I am legally obligated to have a beer, and so I do. And I've had this beer on the show before when we did the mandatory fun ranking episode, but I felt like it also went with UHF. It's called Coastal Love from Wicked Weed Brewing, and I'm having it because of Isle Thing.
Ah, that works great. I will be having the only quote unquote beer I actually like is a Mike's Hard Black Cherry Lemonade, because I just love the taste of these things. If they made these things without alcohol, I'd have them at 3 p.m. Not that I've not done that anyway.
Nice. Yeah, those aren't bad. Those are pretty good. So I've been known to enjoy a malt beverage from time to time.
They're my thing.
They are your thing, and they're allowed to be your thing. And let's dive right into this. So people, we know how these ranking episodes work. We're going to start with Drew's number 13 and work our way up his list to his number 1. And we make sure that we say that there are no bad Weird Al tracks. There are just ones we like a little less than others. So without further ado, Drew, what is your number 13 track on UHF?
All right, number 13, coming in at the very end of the top, would be Attack of the Radioactive Hamsters from a Planet Near Mars. And you seem kind of shocked on that one.
I am. That's my number 7.
Oh, well, this one just didn't hit me in the right spot, I guess. It's weird, which should be, but there's just something about it. It's just missing that something, and I'm not sure what it is, but there's just something about it. I can't quite put my finger, yeah. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. It's really catchy, especially this part where it gets to a planet near Mars at the end of the line. It's really catchy, but it just doesn't catch me.
That's fair. I like the fact that it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Attack of the radioactive hamsters from a planet near Mars. There's like one planet near Mars, and that's Earth. So like they're from here. So the whole story just seems silly to me, and I've always gotten a kick out of that.
Yeah, it took me probably halfway through the song to figure that part out. I'm like, wait, a planet near Mars? We are a planet near Mars, which is probably a lot quicker than I ever got the title of the show, Third Rock from the Sun, because I was in my 20s before I figured that one out. I'm ashamed to admit that.
I love that show.
Oh, me too.
That's funny. Well, we don't have to belabor your number 13, even though it's my number 7, and I do like it quite a bit. We did an episode on that one. Actually, last year around that time, it was our Halloween episode last year, the Attack of the Radioactive Hamsters from a Planet Near Mars. But, all right, that's fair. I got no issue with that. What's your number 12?
My number 12 would be, and I hate to put this here because I remember it from the movie, but I'm going to put number 12 as Fun Zone just because it's instrumental mainly. I know. I'm a musician too, so I should be ashamed of myself. But when I think Weird Al, I think not fun, but I think lyrics that make me laugh. And even though this is fun and it's a zone, it's just not one of those comedy things that make me laugh.
I get that. I have Fun Zone at number 4, and I will give you my reasoning for having Fun Zone where I have Fun Zone. It is the first thing you hear at any Weird Al concert. So when Fun Zone starts, you know that you're about to be in for like 2 hours of amazingness. So like I get what you're saying, kind of. I feel like without that sort of sense memory to go along with Fun Zone, I don't think I'd have it ranked quite as high either. But you know, anytime I've been in a concert venue and I hear that, I'm like, yes, this is about to go down.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that would make it a lot higher on me because it would be just like the show starter. Here comes the fun. So yeah, I could totally see where for you that would be perfectly up there.
Yeah.
And it's not something I like you said, we don't not like them. It's just for me on this album. Now it might be different if it's just not this album, but for me it just didn't hit the spot because no words, no lyrics, nothing to hang my hat on, I guess I should say.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I can imagine being a kid or whatever in 1989 and listening to this album. Like this would be something that you'd, not necessarily want to hear for like a lot of the reasons that you said, but the concert bit, like I cannot deny that it is something special because of the concerts.
Yeah. And I will spoil a little bit. My top 4 are going to be pretty obvious.
That's fair. They tend to be, because we feel the way that we feel, like there are songs that are a lot more pervasive from Al's catalog than others, but we'll see. Things could get surprising as we move along. So what's 11 for you?
Number 11 is going to be, drum roll please, The Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota.
What?
Uh-oh. Oh dear. No, I'm sorry.
That's my 1.
That's your number 1, and I put it way down at number 11. Oh,
That's all right. That's why these episodes are fun, because like you're gonna have to explain your reasoning, sir, and then I will explain mine.
I guess I just listened. I don't know if it's because it just came last or it's just I'm not from Minnesota. I don't know what it was. It just one of those things that just I don't know. There wasn't that. I don't know. I guess maybe I can go back and listen to it again because I feel bad now that you're number 1. But
Oh, don't feel bad. It's an opinion. You're entitled to your opinion.
no, my opinion is wrong. My opinion is wrong, and I should feel ashamed. I should feel shame. But
No.
just the joke I don't know if it just didn't land with me or what, but like I love like his story songs, the ones that tell like the story about this one going to see the big ball of twine. But for some reason, this one just didn't connect again. Again, I said that earlier, and that's, I mean, I like it. It's very catchy. I mean, it's a Weird Al song. Can it not be catchy? I will probably be singing at some point tomorrow, but when I'm ranking them, it just didn't get that high with me.
That's fair. That's fair. I will tell you that this kind of more recently, probably within the past 10 years or so, really started becoming one of my favorites when I saw Weird Al on the first iteration of the Ridiculously Self-Indulgent Ill-Advised Vanity Tour in Atlantic City, New Jersey. He did The Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota, and I cried. I actually got misty-eyed when he started doing the song because I love it so much. And I will tell you this. There are layers to the joke in this song. Like 7:37 early Wednesday evening as the sun was setting in the Minnesota sky. That's when they get there. 7:37 in the evening on a Wednesday. And the Twine Ball is open 10 to 8 on weekdays. They had 23 minutes there after they drove straight through for 3 whole days and nights. They had 23 minutes at the Twine Ball. And then they went to the gift shop, spent the night at the Twine Ball Inn, and went home.
Okay, yeah, see, that's good. I didn't even put that together. Wow. I guess that just totally. How many minutes? 23.
23.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. And I usually do this at the end, but since we're talking about that song, they were there for 23 minutes and then
and that's when those security guards threw us out.
Okay, now, just hearing that may make me move that up. I don't know how I didn't catch that.
It's so funny. It's so funny. But like I said, it's not one of his more blatantly funny songs. It's like sneaky funny.
Yeah. And I love that because a lot of his stuff isn't in your face. It's not just, here's the joke, I'm going to hit you in the face with it. It's subtle, and you multiple listens sometimes to figure things out. Like this one, apparently I need to listen to it a couple more times before it hits me.
Mm-hmm. That's great, though. I would say give it more listens, but we're going to truck on through and get to your 10.
One last thing. I also hate Gordon Lightfoot. I know that's who he was parroting, so that might also affect my decision. Yeah, my mom listened to him a lot when I was a kid. I don't care about that ship that sank in Michigan.
The Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's it. And I was going to say Ella Fitzgerald, but yeah, that's not even close.
No, she didn't sink.
No, she sang. That's it. Sang.
That's funny. What's your number 10?
My number 10 would be, and this is bad because I've been singing it all afternoon, and I know I annoyed my wife with it because I kept singing like every 30 seconds, but the only reason it's a little lower on here is because it's just so daggum short, and it's Let Me Be Your Hog. I love it. It's catchy. I sang it all afternoon, but it's like 15 seconds. And I want to find a way for that to be my ringtone when I call people, because I'm a hog.
That's it. Let Me Be Your Hog is my number 5.
So we're way off on everything.
I love it.
Oh,
No,
I do.
but that's the beauty of this, man.
Yep.
This was made to be in UHF because I'm forgetting who it was at the time, but this is when his uncle in the movie is in the pool and he kind of gets knocked over off of his raft, and this is what's playing, and you hear it for a little bit. There was supposed to be something else, and they couldn't get the rights to have it, so Al kind of wrote this to fill that. And I'm not going to bother looking it up right now. Hey, commenters, tell me, what was that supposed to be in the movie UHF? And while we're on Let Me Be Your Hog, real quick, I offhandedly at some point in the past year or so was like, I want a full version of Let Me Be Your Hog. And one of our listeners, Zeb, actually a couple of days later kind of blessed me with a full version that he did of Let Me Be Your Hog. And it was one of the most beautiful things that ever happened.
That I must hear this at some point. Oh, that is wonderful.
It's great. I love it. But yeah, we don't. I love Let Me Be Your Hog, but clearly you don't like it as much as I do. No, I'm joking. You're closer with that than we were with others.
That's true. I feel a little better.
Yeah, well, and like I said, I that's the beauty of doing it this way, is like we all have our own different reasons for liking certain Weird Al songs more than others. Like my fun zone was way higher than yours because I have these concert experiences that like I get that and I feel it from, but you don't have that. So like, you're not going to rank it where I would. And, Biggest Ball of Twine, same kind of deal. It's like, I love Harry Chapin and that ilk of like storyteller, songwriter type deal. So like, I was kind of predisposed to like it. And then there's the layers of joke and I'm like, oh my God, this is so nuanced. It's fabulous. But hey, watch, because we haven't touched anything below 8 for me. So, I mean, I'm probably going to poop on some songs that you have pretty high up your list. So it's coming.
We could be. I'm really surprised we didn't have the same number 1. I will say that. We'll get there.
What is number 9?
Number 9. So I can't go lower. Single digits. I'm going to go with Spam. And I really like this. I hate the actual stuff posing as meats, but I love this song. This one got me. This one, I laughed when he was talking about the can on the play, everything. I just loved it. This one I was chuckling as I was listening to it because I hate this stuff. It's disgusting. And if you like it, people out there in Podland, good for you, but no.
Yeah, that's great. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Spam is my number 3. Probably for a lot of the same reasons why you have it, in your single digits, you have it a little higher up. Spam is my number 3 because like, honestly, the tab is there to open the can. The can is there to hold in the spam.
He's just describing how to open it. I love that.
Yep. It's absolutely beautiful. Spam in the trunk of my car, spam everywhere that you are. It's like, yes. And it's a great parody of Stand by REM. I think this is the first parody that we've talked about so far, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Straight parody, yes.
Yeah. This is the first parody.
I love the actual song. I love this. My favorite part of this, when he was talking about spam in his work folder, that's when I lost it. That's when I just straight up lost it. And I'm like, this is great. This is wonderful.
And the way he ends it, spam.
Beautiful. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, to play on how REM does it, stand.
Yeah.
Spam.
The fact that they never use this in advertising is just a shame. I mean, if I saw a spam commercial with Weird Al, I'd probably buy the stuff.
Yeah. just to give it a shot. I would be curious to know now if there was any increase in spam sales after this came out.
Mm, I don't know. That would be a good one to look up. See if they sold any slightly processed alien meat.
Yeah, right. Slightly processed alien meat from a planet near Mars.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's too funny. Oh my god. Yeah, spam is awesome. Not necessarily the food. I mean, like, I'm sure I haven't had spam in a long time. But I have a feeling that I would not like mind it if like it was like pan fried really hard with butter and kind of chopped up and like put in some kind of a dish like a rice or something along those lines. Like I don't think I would be mad at it.
Yeah, I could probably throw some sriracha on it and fry it and maybe, but just to open up a can and no.
Just eat it. No, I wouldn't do it. Like I would have to be prepared a certain way. I also feel like I don't know if you know, like there's those people that get the Kraft macaroni and cheese and they put hot dog in it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see spam working.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't had spam since I was a kid, and I remember hating it then. And there's been nothing that says, you know what, you need to try this again.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I may get brave here in the not too distant future and see how I feel about spam. I have eaten a Twinkie wiener sandwich, so like spam doesn't scare me.
I have too. They're not that bad.
They're not that bad, right?
Exactly. People, I tell people that they think I'm nuts, but I have had one. They are not bad. It shouldn't. It's one of those things. It's like, I don't know, things that shouldn't go together but do. Like chocolate covered potato chips.
It's that sweet and savory thing.
Mm-hmm. It's sweet and salty and a little bit juicy.
I went a little upscale with my spray cheese. I had an extra sharp, like artisanal spray cheese.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, no, I just went with the old easy cheese.
We did it on the show almost 2 years ago now. We talked about the movie UHF, and we had a couple of guests on. So the four of us had Twinkie wiener sandwiches. And my brother, he bought these like extra long hot dogs. He needed 2 Twinkies to cover the length of the hot dog.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, I just had a regular old little hot dog.
Here he is eating like a foot-long Twinkie wiener sandwich. And we're like, sweet Lord, that's a commitment.
Yes, it is.
There's a guy on YouTube who actually made like his own kind of Twinkie-ish pastry and like a hand-filled like sausage meat. And he made like a really, really fancy quote-unquote Twinkie wiener sandwich kind of deal. I forget who the guy is. You know, again, somebody commenting probably knows. I'm again like too lazy to look it up, but like it's a thing and it works. I feel like I'm gonna need to have one sooner rather than later, because I mean we are in October, and as of when this is coming out, Weird Al's birthday is like Sunday. So as of October 23rd, Weird Al's birthday.
I might have to make them for my kids tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
why not?
they'll love it. They're 7 and 10. They'll love it.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and make sure they know the context of this, where it came from. I think it's a good family day that you can have there. You know, watch UHF, eat Twinkie wiener sandwiches, and just have a good time.
That sounds like an absolute fun afternoon to me.
We got to keep moving along here. I need your number 8.
My number 8 is going to be, I hate to do this because I know you're going to argue with me, aisle thing. As you take a drink of the drink inspired by it. Yeah, aisle thing. Oh, where's it at for you?
13. It's my last place.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't feel so bad. Yeah, this one I like because I like the actual song, and I like that he tries to almost sound like Tone Loc, or Tony Loc, whatever. I was reading. but not really. He still keeps his own unique perspective and style on it. But I like this. I like the actual song a lot. I remember when I was in high school marching band, we always played this at band camp as a warm up song for some reason. I have no idea why, but we danced to this and get our quote unquote muscles loose in the morning. So you'd have like 88 white
That's
kids
great.
dancing to Wild Thing at 7:30 in the morning. And I like this. I love Gilligan's Island. So this made me laugh when he was talking about the professor couldn't make a raft, but he could make a nuclear bomb out of coconuts. That's classic. Yeah, this one I really did like. We're getting to the point where I really like these.
I don't dislike this, right? So the fact that it's number 13 doesn't speak to like this is not a bad song. It's a great parody. It's funny. I just feel like it's doing almost the same thing as the Brady Bunch from the In 3D album, where it's the parody of the safety dance. He's talking about TV, like a show in particular, and how he doesn't want to watch it. And this song kind of does almost the same thing, just with a different classic TV show. He initially doesn't want to watch it, but then he's like, oh, well, no, this is what we're doing, though.
And I mean, it's also not the only TV show parody on this album, so that's a little strange to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what? That's staring me right in the face, but I hadn't really thought of that.
Well,
That's true. It's not. Yeah, there's a lot about TV on here. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's the soundtrack of a movie about a TV station. So
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, it works though.
I get it. All right, number 7.
Number 7 for me is going to be the Hot Rocks Various Polkas, or Various Polka. And this one, I loved every bit of this. I mean, it's basically just straight cover songs of the Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones. I love all these songs. And this just, I sat there just grinning ear to ear, singing along with it, and loved every second of the accordion, listening to the accordion versions of Rolling Stones.
Yeah. This is my number 12. I am really not a Rolling Stones fan, and I love Weird Al polkas. This is not one of my favorite Weird Al polkas because it's all Rolling Stones songs, but there are some amazing bits in this. Like Brown Sugar is hilarious. And some of the transitions in this polka are like textbook, exactly what a Weird Al polka should be.
Yes.
But I just don't love it, hence it being my number 12.
I think a lot of it has to be that I love the Rolling Stones, always have. I don't care that they're 80 playing guitars leaned up against a post with a walker. I will still listen to them. I would go see them if I could. Love them. And this is the old Reese Cup commercial where you take something I like, take something else I like. Oh, you put your Rolling Stones in my polka, and you put your Rolling Stones in my Weird Al. I love it. Must have it.
I get that. Like I said, you like it for some of the same reasons why it's not my favorite. But that's okay. That's how this works. Like I said, I feel like there's some really great bits in this polka. That's exactly why we're here. We're here to agree to disagree in a very mature way about something that we both like.
Yep, exactly. Which is always good. Because this
is getting really interesting, folks. We're about halfway through this album, and I have my 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, and 2 left. And you have 1 through 6. So it'll be interesting to see how these line up.
Yeah, we're kind of tipping the scales here. We're balancing them out is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure. So what is your number 6?
All right, my number 6 is going to be Generic Blues. And I like this. This was a little I listened to this because on our podcast we watch things 25 years ago, so we try to look at it in the bubble of 1997, and I tried to listen to this one basically in the 1989 bubble. And so because sometimes today this whole thing could be taken out of context and not looked at great, but I looked at it from when it was written, when it was performed, and I love it. It was funny to me. I like blues begin way. I was tapping drums with my hand the whole time, going along with it. I loved it. It was just a nice little parody of just blues. Who thought Weird Al be parodying blues?
I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. I will tell you that I try when I do these, because my brother and I ranked the songs on all the albums a while ago, and that's kind of how we get our main ranking for our show. And I usually try to just stick with what I have, but generic blues, I moved it up quite a few notches from where I had originally had it, because I have recently developed a newer appreciation for it. So generic blues is my number 8. Because structurally, it's such a cool blues song. And B.B. King actually says it's one of the best blues songs that he'd ever heard. He was quoted saying that. And what I like about it is that generally blues songs, they're mostly just people complaining and not actually doing anything about the thing that they're complaining about. But in this, he's saying, maybe he should see someone about it or something. And, like he thinks he should do something about it instead of just kind of complaining about it. In the end, he does just end up going bowling. But I feel like that's also a healthy way to kind of get out frustrations, is to just go bowling.
Yeah, the bowling part, that when he finally said, let's just go get shoes and go bowling. And I'm like, oh my God, that is the perfect Weird Al way to end a blues song. And at that point, my wife goes, what are you listening to? I'm like, yeah. So it got me. I loved it. It was fun. Yeah, like you said, complaining about things but not actually doing it. But then, screw it, let's go bowling.
It's perfect. I did an episode a couple of months ago with Rob from the Great Songs podcast, and he's like a blues musician. So we talked about kind of Weird Al dipping into the blues across the course of his career, because he had Buckingham Blues from his first album, then there's generic blues, and then there's a couple of songs with kind of like a blues tinge to them. And Rob talked in pretty great detail about how the guitar solo on this is so perfectly bad, because it's supposed to kind of shift keys, like chords, along with what's going on behind it, but it never actually resolves itself in a way that musically makes sense, which makes sense for this song. And it's just so clever, because it's also musically funny if you know the structure of blues. So I was like, once we had that conversation, this song shot up my ranking UHF.
Yeah. Now, I didn't really pay much attention to. I paid a lot more attention to lyrics on this one than I did any kind of trying to analyze it. I'll have to go back and actually pay attention to it, because, yeah, I'm a trained musician, so I can figure out that. But I just wasn't paying any attention to that really.
I would say definitely, pay some attention to that, because it's once that was brought to my attention, I was like, oh man, there's so much more to this than I even thought there could be. So I think it's neat. I think it's absolutely neat. We are trucking right along. We've got your top 5 left to go. So give me your number 5.
My number 5 is She Drives Like Crazy. And I love this. And as soon as I started listening to it, I looked right over at my wife and goes, this song is written about you. Because she drives like crazy and I'm sitting here scared. That's why I drive most of the time. And I'm probably going to get something chucked at my head if she can hear me. But yeah, I like this. This was fun. I love the original song. So, of course, a Weird Al version is right up my alley. This one was just one of those that's so close to sounding like the original, but so different, all in the same, just because he's singing it. And it checked all the boxes for me. I love this one. This one is actually got put on the old playlist for work.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I get everything you're saying about that. I have this at 11 because I'm not a huge fan of the original. But I think this song is funny. But I don't like it when Weird Al plays into like stereotypes the way that he does. It's like, oh, that crazy woman driver kind of deal. That was like a prevalent thought that it happened like kind of all throughout like old sitcoms and stuff like that. And so I'm like, oh, I get it. I feel like subject wise, it can be like low hanging fruit a little bit, but what he does with that fruit is he does make something delicious with it, even though I feel like thematically Weird Al is capable of more nuance than this, as evident in, some of the other tracks that we've talked about. But yeah, I could see this hitting a chord with somebody and absolutely getting a kick out of it.
Well, I guess because I was sitting in the living room listening to it and staring at my wife and going, yep, you got it. Perfect. Right there. Done. I wasn't thinking of women in general. I just had one in mind. I'm glad our couch is comfy. But yeah, I like this. This was good. Like I said, this goes on the old rotation.
We are into your top 4. This is exciting times.
Yes, and my top 4 are probably pretty obvious of why they're the top 4 now. So I'm going to go ahead and give you number 4 is going to be Gandhi 2. And I guess I can't really, well, yeah, I'll hold back on it. But this makes me laugh every time because I love this movie. And this one, I can hear this just on audio and I can see the entire TV commercial in my mind. And it makes me laugh, especially when he orders the steak at the end. I laugh every stinking time because it's just so off the wall and just the juxtaposition of Gandhi ordering not only with an AK-47 just wailing away at people or whatever gun it is, and then he just sits down quietly and orders a steak, and then has to flip the table and start shooting again. I lose my mind. I love that spot in the movie, and just hearing it on the CD, I didn't expect that, and I loved it.
Gandhi 2. Yeah, I have that at my number 10. And I'll just real quick tell you why it doesn't rank higher for me. Between this and obviously the other one on here, Spatula City, which I'm sure we'll get to momentarily, there are so many other bits in UHF that I felt could have been on the soundtrack. Like, I'm missing Conan the Librarian, I'm missing stuff like Town Talk with George. Why did Gandhi 2 and Spatula City make the cut to be on the album, but some of the other ones didn't? I felt like it would have been a more true soundtrack if there was more of the movie on it. But at the same time, I'm glad we got what we got on here.
That's very true. There was, I could see where, if any of all the spots on the like TV commercials and things from the show, from the movie, this wouldn't have been one I'd have probably put on there. But I'm an absolute, to use one of my terminology, I'm an absolute mark for this movie. So that's why it's so high on mine.
Yeah. Makes complete sense. So we're in your top 3 now. We're going to move on to number 3.
And since you already let the cat out of the bag, number 3 is going to be Spatula City. And I have an absolute hilarious story to tell you about this. I absolutely was singing this the other day while I was FaceTiming with my mother. And she's like, "What are you singing?" And she's seen this movie, but it's been 25 years since she's probably saw it. And I was singing it, and I said, "It's a commercial about a place they just put up there, in the next town over." She's like, "What is it?" I said, "It's called Spatula City." I said, they sell spatulas, and that's all." And she's like, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, how's that place going to stay open?" I said, "They've been there for like 20 years. It's a family-owned business." I said, "You can buy 9 and get the 10th one for a penny." And had her completely believing it until she's like, "There's no way." She's like, "I want to Google it. Can you order them online?" I said, "I don't know." And she Googled it and figured it out and was not very happy with me.
That's fabulous.
And this was like 2 weeks ago. So this was like having a special little place in my heart and always will.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, Spatula City is my number 9. It's one above Gandhi too, because I like it a little bit more than that. And what better way to say I love you than with the gift of a spatula? It's great.
Yes, I love the spot in there where I can see the guy just mouthing the words. What better way to say I love you? And the whole spot's perfect. And the way the guy just comically slaps his forehead. I mean, I know that's visual and we're doing sound, but I can see it. It's how great the song is that I can see the visuals in my head.
Yes. I wish we got more of that kind of thing on this UHF soundtrack, like the stuff that you remember seeing from the movie. Hearing it gives you that same feeling. Funny little story for you. In the movie UHF, there was a billboard for Spatula City that they used in this commercial, and they actually bought a billboard and put that on it, and it was up for like months, and it confused so many people until they finally had to take it down.
That's perfect. They should just put it back up randomly in random cities.
They should. I would travel around the country to get my picture taken with the Spatula City billboard.
Let's just start a GoFundMe to buy random billboards in random towns for Spatula City.
I think that'd be great.
That would be awesome. But yeah, I
think that'd be absolutely great. Oh my gosh.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I love this.
It's great. What is your number 2?
Number 2 is going to be UHF, the eponymous UHF. I love this song. It's so catchy to me.
That is also my number
2. That is also your number 2. Perfect. So we finally agreed on something. Yes, I love this song. It's just 80s is crap, and it's beautiful. It gets it gets the movie across. I can hear it in the movie. I love it. It just gives me all the feels.
Yeah, it's great. I like it in that, like, it's a good, solid, straightforward 80s rock song.
Yeah, it's so catchy that riff is so it's just iconic for Weird Al, and of course, I think we can figure out that I love this movie because look where my last couple ratings have been. What is coming at number 1 if you're following along at home. Yeah, I love this movie, and just this song just gets me so bad, just so bad but so good. I guess I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And like, I feel like this song, like musically, if done by somebody else, could have been just like a regular hit, like it's that catchy. It's that good. I could see it like getting play on like mainstream radio.
Oh, I absolutely could. Yeah. And it should have, it should have. It really should have. It's that good. Go listen to it, folks, if you've not heard it. And of course, if you're listening to this, you've heard it. But still, if you're listening to this because of me, my mom, go listen to it.
Yeah, Drew's mom. Go listen to UHF. Well, drum roll. I should have a drum roll on my little button board of sound. But anyway, I'm going to come up with some kind of a sound effect here. We're going to go, your number 1.
Yes!
Well, the only one left over, and I guess my absolute favorite of this, because I absolutely love the original song. I love the parody. This is almost, if you ask me which one did I like better, this will be 1A, 1B to me, and I don't know which one would be which, but it's Money for Nothing, Beverly Hillbillies. I love this. It's so perfect. Who would have ever in their world thought that you would have took Money for Nothing by the Dire Straits and put it to the tune of the words to Beverly Hillbillies, and it fit so perfectly. I mean, when I see the Beverly Hillbillies, I don't sing the actual TV theme song. Haven't in 25, 30 years. I sing this. This is so perfect that the other one doesn't exist in my brain anymore. Let's not even talk about, I'm going back visual, the insanely advanced for their time computer graphic music video. I love it. Weird Al playing on stage with the Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits, absolutely perfect. The kind of late 80s, mid to late 80s, little neon lights everywhere, the bandana, and just the way he sells every bit of the song. I love it.
It's great. It's my number 6, and it gets hurt for me in my mind by just the record company crap that surrounded it. I might have liked it more were it called The Ballad of Jed Clampett, like Weird Al wanted to call it, instead of Money for Nothing / Beverly Hillbillies for legal reasons. And I do think it's cool that Mark Knopfler played guitar on the Weird Al track because that's the only way he was going to allow this to occur. So that's neat. But like you can tell that like the title is not as clever as Weird Al could be,
No.
and it's just for legal reasons.
Yeah, that is a little, it is the one that really sticks out because of you have the actual name of the song on there. So, yeah, that would drive it a little down, but the actual song's just so beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. It's great. And that's it. We did it. We got through UHF.
Yay! Now I want to go watch the movie.
Yeah, I think you should. I think everybody probably should. This is the time of year where you should go watch UHF. Drew, here again at the end, please plug your podcast stuff for those that may have forgotten it from the beginning or are too lazy to look at the links that I'll put in the show notes.
Well, can I do one other? Do you remember what I told you I was going to do when you were on my podcast?
Oh, right. Yes, go ahead.
I have a Weird Al UHF trivia question, and I want to see if you can get it. Okay. Now, a little backstory. I do love this movie. My grandparents went to an estate sale in 1997, 98, and bought 100 VHS tapes for like $20. UHF was one of them. I have a copy, still have it, of the original 1989 VHS release. On the 1989 VHS release, there is a preview before the movie of a Tommy Lee Jones movie. Name that movie.
Oh, God, I can't. I don't think nope, I don't know this.
I stumped you. It's a little movie called The Package. Yay, I win. I get nothing.
How about that?
Yeah.
Nothing. You get nothing.
Thank you. I was hoping I set that up perfect. You so stupid.
Stupid.
I could just probably have another hour of just quoting the movie back and forth. But no, I will plug my podcast. Of course, like I said, I am co-host of the Attitude Era Wrestling Review podcast with my co-host Arnold, and also the co-host with my friend Brandon of the Across the Stars Star Wars podcast. Coming soon to a podcast near you.
Oh, neato. Coming to a podcast near you, wherever you consume fine podcasts, wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Wherever you steal your favorite podcast.
Yeah. And, for real now, it's about that time.
And that's when those security guards threw us out.
Doom, doom, doom.
So, Drew, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. This has been fun.
Yay! And I guess without further ado, I'm going to say goodbye from all of us here at the Beard Owl Podcast. I'm going to hit the theme song, let that play us out, and we'll come at you again next time, people. And remember to put an accordion under your pillow Saturday night for Weird Al's birthday.
We got a 1. We got a capsule again.